principal truths, the whole science of manifesting Paramashiva in you is presented as four major paths: Tariya Pada, Kriya Pada, Yoga Pada, Jnana Pada. The whole Hinduism is founded on these four words. Holding the cognition you are the ultimate Paramashiva and making that as your lifestyle, manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, everything of Paramashiva in your day-to-day life, learning it, manifesting it, living it. You will be having the space in the shoulder, and from sitting on the shoulders of Paramashiva, Guru himself, traveling to Mahakailasa and experiencing Paramashiva in ultimate, blissful, safest, bestest way. Understand? Program starts but never ends, and it is never the same again. It is actually not a program, it's a lifestyle initiation. It is just upgrading your consciousness, your being. Bring intense sincerity, sincere intensity into this program. Instead of sitting with your depressions, sit with me, Paramashiva. I welcome all of you to register by going to paramashivoham.org. And even if you have attended already any program, please go through once more intensely, sincerely, intensely, because it is going to be absolutely new and different level. I commit with you all. I will initiate all of you, bless you all with the Shakti Pada, Shakti Nipada, and Paramashiva myself will manifest the state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness and Kailasa of Paramashiva in all of us.
द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्याधिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि.
Hello everybody. We welcome each and every one of the participants who are seated with us from around the world. Nithyananda TV, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, various other platforms. For today's session, where we prepare ourselves to the live darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, gracing as the Tripurantika Murti, Shivantika Murti, Varudha Murti. My name is Nithyananda, and I'll be your host for today.
I am Nithyananda, and I'll be your co-host.
So today's program, we're going to be learning about the science of power manifestation and how power manifestation is something that we can use in our day-to-day life, and it is the very way to live our day-to-day. Within each of us lies an inner superhuman that is yearning to be unleashed.
Imagine possessing the ability to manifest your desires effortlessly, master any skill you want, or tap into the boundless energy.
By literally tapping into your superconscious power, you can activate all of these extraordinary.
Unlocking your inner superhuman will transform your perception of reality. You will acquire a heightened sense of purpose, expanded consciousness, and the capacity and the capability to manifest your dreams with ease.
So what is the first doubt that we would have? What is the first question that comes up? Are these powers real? And can I manifest? Yes. Today, we are going to be discussing about the possibility to unleash all these powers in all of us, and by doing so, how we can manifest our reality and how we want to realize our true purpose of the birth that we have.
Yes. So, before we begin and delve deeper into the power manifestation science, we would like to speak about a very important statement which the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism made in one of the recent presidential addresses about artificial intelligence and what is going on with the whole advancement of technology today and what it means for the modern day humanity. He says artificial intelligence is taking over each and every aspect of our lives. The artificial intelligence technology that we possess now is capable of taking care of nearly all of the mundane tasks from food production and distribution, building basic infrastructure such as housing, even managing trade and commerce, managing social media and content creation, communication. Entire businesses can now be taken care and run by the artificial intelligence. So naturally, there is a lot of paranoia and fear and even identity crisis among the human beings today as to what their role would be and what would they do once the AI, the artificial intelligence, has completely taken over.
So here the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, as a living manifestation of Paramashiva, reveals a very, very important truth that AI becoming more and more powerful is not bad news, good news. It is because human beings we have stuck for too long in this 9 to 5 rut that we call just waking up, going to the work for the day, where we are just focused on the bare minimum survival based. But now that AI can take care of all the survival based needs very well, gives us all the golden opportunity, and it gives us all the time and the space to align back to the true purpose for which each and every one of us have happened. And that purpose being having the superconscious breakthrough and manifesting powers. Let us now delve into the history of powers.
Yes. So, ever since the beginning of the civilization, Sanatana Hindu Dharma has been the cradle of enlightened beings and highly advanced sciences and blissful, powerful existence. It was where the science of enlightenment and powerful Shaktis, the powers, was lived and taught as a lifestyle because it was a part of the whole enlightened civilization of Sanatana Hindu Dharma, the Hindu civilization, the Hindu enlightenment ecosystem. Power manifestation science was a core aspect of the very day-to-day lifestyle itself. The Vedic rishis, munis, and sadhakas, the siddhas, all of them manifested extraordinary powers like materializing materials, reading the past and the future through Akashic readings, creating alchemy products for spiritual evolution, levitation, and so many other numerous powers. So the whole history of Hinduism, the authentic, the real Hindu history, is filled with these examples of power manifestation science and demonstrating by the advanced enlightened beings, rishis, munis, all of these people, incarnations who have come again and again, descended on the planet Earth, manifesting all these powers and making common people also manifest these powers of Paramashiva.
As you may be seeing, the last couple of sessions that were happening at this, we've had multiple numerous power manifestations where by seeing through the third eye, the Balasans were able to share and reveal what was sharing about the whereabouts or to manifest one's reality the way they want their life to be. So these are all tapping into conscious powers that exist, especially with the Mahaparameshivoham that is going on now. The power manifestation science is no more just something that we can, no more something that we are wondering about, but a reality. It is something that each and every one of us, whether it's you, whether it's your friend, whether it's a family, anyone. Literally, Swamiji says, if a person has a head, their third eye can be awakened. No matter whether they have an eye or not, the third eye exists. So, which means that the third eye can be awakened. And this is the best thing that can happen. And this being initiated, Swamiji, the Supreme Incarnation of Parameshiva, is initiating these extraordinary Shakti in every one of us, exactly as described by Parameshiva in the Vedas and the Agama. The powers are expressed as a side effect of their feeling and the integrity with the Guru. From this space of oneness and non-duality, which is when you feel that I am Paramashiva, I am the ultimate, and when you experience that oneness with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, you will see that these powers start manifesting as an expression of that cosmic oneness. The knowledge and the science of these power manifestations have been passed down from generations to generations. So it's not something new that today something is coming up. No. This science of power manifestation has passed down from generations to generations through the Guru Sishya Parampara, to the Guru Parampara, which is the unbroken lineage of the enlightened beings and avatars till date. Especially now, we are celebrating the Guru Purnima Brahmotsavam, which is celebrating the happening of all the masters, all the gurus who have happened in this unbroken lineage of the Guru Parampara in Hinduism. On July 3rd, we are going to be having the very, very special darshan and the presidential address by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, blessing all of us on the auspicious occasion of Guru Purnima. So once again, I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome each and every one of our viewers who are sitting with us live on Nithyananda TV, Facebook, YouTube, and other social media platforms to join us live for the Guru Purnima celebrations on July 3rd.
Yes. And what is most important in all of this is that this power manifestation science, as Sundareshwara Maharaj just put it, is not something new that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is creating, just like a new wave or a new fashion or a new trend. No, he is reviving an ancient old tradition that was already existing and flourishing on this planet Earth for thousands and thousands of years. But because of the recent brutal attacks by the anti-Hindu forces, all the power manifestation science has been literally almost nearly been extinct from the planet Earth. All the gurus, all the incarnations, all the people who were manifesting these powers left and right in the Hindu ecosystem which was present on the planet Earth, they have been attacked brutally, and that's why the science has been lost. But it is very important for us to understand that when the power manifestation science was practiced as a day-to-day lifestyle by the Hindus, the Hindu civilization was the richest, most prosperous civilization on the planet Earth. If we look at even the recent history of 1000 or 2000 years, we see that the Hindu civilization was at the peak, at the pinnacle of prosperity. Even the people from all over the world rushed to come to India just because of this prosperity which attracted them. How was this prosperity even possible? It was only and only because of this power manifestation science. Even the science of wealth creation, as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is now reviving from the Hindu perspective, from the powerful cognitions of Hinduism, how to manifest wealth in the right way. We see, and we actually, when we go into the history, we see that the Hindu economy was wealthy and at the same time equitable. There was no huge divide between rich and poor. Even the poorest and the poor were affluent enough to have even gold and silver rings on their fingers, and we have seen this, even the Western authors and historians reporting this. So how is this possible? It is only possible with the power manifestation science, even creating wealth, creating health in your life, creating the fulfilling relationships, career, success in your business or whatever is your trade, whatever work that you do. In every dimension of your life, if you want to be successful, take that dimension and start manifesting powers in that dimension itself. That's how we even realize the fulfillment in whatever we are doing. So everything, literally everything in Hinduism is a power manifestation for us. If we understand this powerful cognition which the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is now reviving, we understand the depth and we understand the power and the significance of the Vedas and Agamas, the truth that they have been, that is now being revived by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And this whole power manifestation science is not something just for the demonstration sake, for the whole mysticism aspect of it. No, it is an actual science. He teaches you how to do it, how it happens, and the powerful cognitions behind each and every power. And once you start manifesting these powers, you see even most of the basic problems of your life start getting resolved, start getting solved. All your suffering, all your pain start going away. And not just that, you start manifesting powers based on whatever patterns you have, the moment you start completing the patterns, they start manifesting as powers. We will come to it after a few minutes, how this whole transformation from the patterns to powers happen. But the core truth is for us to understand that this actual science, the science of power manifestation, is something that is the real wealth of the Hindu civilization. That is now being revived by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism.
And today, each and every one of us have this opportunity where we can get initiated by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, who is the core of the revival of the entire Hindu civilization, who is the core of the science of power manifestation. So log into parameshivoham.org so that you could register yourself for the Mahaparameshivoham program that is currently going on, and you can receive the darshan and the blessings and the initiation of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism to manifest these Shaktis. So before we move on to the next session, where we get to understand about how the Guru, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, is the center of this entire power manifestation science, we're going to be having a short break while each and every one of you log in and register for the Mahaparameshivoham. Let's now come back together after a short break.
Some of the scientists and researchers who are studying the reflection have found the reference. What is out there is not just 4 dimension, at least 11 dimension. The methodology they used, algebraic topology, and the information they have, they even tried to map it down on the brain of the rat and confirming many of the information they have makes sense. Understand, microcosms, telescope and microscope is algebraic topology. Macrocosms, telescope and microscope together is third eye penetrated by oneness. The moment it is initiated, if the third eye is penetrated by the oneness, it acts as telescope and microscope together for cosmos, Brahmanda, what is out there. So if you want to understand and manifest the powers, want to experience Kailasa, hold my hand and come along with me. It means sit with integrity and listen and come along with me. I'll take you to Kailash now.
This Mahaparameshivoham is like literally the ultimate journey in a most safest way. The principal cognitions we will be manifesting experientially. Each of the principal cognitions, the principal truths, the whole science of manifesting Paramashiva in you is presented as 4 major paths: Chariya Pada, Kriya Pada, Yoga Pada, Jnana Pada. The whole Hinduism is founded on these 4 words. Holding the cognition you are the ultimate Paramashiva and making that as your lifestyle, manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, everything of Paramashiva in your day-to-day life, learning it, manifesting it, living it. You will be having the space in the shoulder, and from sitting on the shoulders of Paramashiva, Guru himself, traveling to Mahakailasa and experiencing Paramashiva in ultimate, blissful, safest, bestest way. Understand, program starts but never ends, and it is never the same again. It is actually not a program, it's a lifestyle initiation. It is just upgrading your consciousness, your being. Bring intense sincerity, sincere intensity into this program. Instead of sitting with your depressions, sit with me, Paramashiva. I welcome all of you to register by going to paramashivoham.org, and even if you have attended already any program, please go through once more intensely, sincerely, intensely, because it is going to be absolutely new and different level. I commit with you all. I will initiate all of you, bless you all with the Shakti Pada, Shakti Nipada, and Paramashiva myself will manifest the state, space, powers, being, super consciousness and Kailasa of Paramashiva in all of us.
Some of the scientists and researchers who are studying the reflection have found the reference. What is out there is not just 4 dimension, at least 11 dimension. The methodology they used, algebraic topology and
manifestations of Paramashiva. Today, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is reviving this ancient science that was lost, and this ancient science which is not just a story but a history. And today, due to the grace and the blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, it is a happening, not just a history.
Yes. And naturally, many people have the doubt about when they hear about the power manifestation science, when they even hear about the possibilities of these various powers and Shaktis which can be manifested, awakening our superhuman abilities, superhuman capabilities and powers. They naturally ask various questions. One of the doubts can be, wait, is it really possible, or this whole thing is just a fiction, just a, something that comes out from the movies and all? For them, simple answer is come and attend Mahaparamashivoham, get initiated and start manifesting the powers. Once you start manifesting powers yourself, you will become the proof. You will not need any other proof. That is the first thing. Second, many people have this question, these doubts that maybe it was possible before in the Puranas and that time when the gods were walking on the planet Earth, but today in this age, no, it's not possible at all. for them, the answer is it's not just randomly that this science has been lost. It has been systematically destroyed by the anti-Hindu forces. As we just spoke, all of this power manifestation was the very practice, very lifestyle, day-to-day lifestyle of the Hindus. Not even thousands and thousands of years ago, even just decades ago, we have seen these masters, power manifesting mystics, enlightened beings and incarnations walking in the length and breadth of the India, where the whole Hindu civilization has been prospering for thousands of years now. So just decades, still decades ago, we have seen these power manifesting science, this being practiced as a day-to-day lifestyle. Literally in every village, every town, you would have at least one or two of these enlightened beings who would cater to the needs of the people. They are just common stories in the Hindu society. So all of this is not something which has come out of a fiction or a fantasy book. All of this is a reality. All of this is an actual science which has been practiced in the Hindu civilization for millennia, for thousands of years, even till the recent times. It is so unfortunate that the modern day humanity, especially the next generation of Hindus, the urban population of the Hindus, the Hindu kids, they don't even understand, they don't even cognize that this is a possibility which has been there. Their ancestors have been the brilliant, the geniuses who have kept this science alive, who have themselves practiced this science as their own lifestyle, and it is for the younger generation to revive, to manifest it in their own lives and to get all the best gifts and the benefits to enjoy. It is their very right to speak of, in the very literal sense, to manifest these powers. And literally not just Hindus, this is a gift. It is rooted in Hinduism, which the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is reviving, but this gift is for each and every being out there on planet Earth. And that's why he's reviving, he's creating the whole Kailasa nation to revive the Sanatana Hindu Dharma, to revive especially this power manifestation science, which can benefit the entire humanity today. All the problems we see today, for example, violent conflicts, so much of poverty, deprivation, hunger, any of these problems, environmental crisis, right? All of these problems can be solved by the revival of the Hinduism, all the great cognitions, powerful cognitions which the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is sharing, which he is initiating into, especially the power manifestation science. And for that to experience, we want to experience that, please join Mahaparamashivaham. The link is being projected at the bottom of your screen. The QR code is projected. Please scan the QR code and you can simply be guided into one of the Zoom rooms where you can have the direct you have to say one yes. That's why we ask again and again, not just you, bring each and every one that you know, all your loved ones, even your friends, colleagues, acquaintances, even if you have met that person even once. Who knows, maybe that person has been waiting for the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, waiting for Guru from Janmas. You can do so much good for that person. Just bring them, inform them, and bring them all to have this wonderful opportunity to receive the darshan today.
And today, we are going to be having the darshan at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, where we are going to be having the live darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, manifesting as Tripurantaka Murti, Rishabhantika Murti and Rishabharudha Murti, manifesting as all of these extraordinary powers and forms of Paramashiva, and going to be initiating us into the Ashtamaha Shaktis. And these are the 8 major powers that many of us would have listened about, many of us would have read about, of the Ashtamaha Siddhis and Shaktis. So this is the power manifestation into which we are going to be initiated into today, where some of the powers of the 8 Ashtamaha Shaktis are where you can levitate yourself, and you can also make yourself so heavy, gravitate yourself. You can materialize, you can teleport, and so on. And all of these Shaktis are made as a reality for each and every one of us. So if you want to experience this, if you'd like to have a glimpse of this power manifestation to see how you can manifest this in your life, today is the day. So don't miss joining the Mahaparamashivaham. The link is being projected on the screen for every one of us now. You can log into that, which is paramashivoham.org. Alternatively, you can also scan the QR code and log in, register for the Mahaparamashivoham program. Another beautiful opportunity that exists is for each and every one of us to ask our questions, to have our boons answered by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. While the darshan is happening, if you all have been joining us every day, I know a lot of people who are joining us every single day, not missing the darshan even once. So you all may see that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is continuously speaking during the darshan. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is continuously blessing, dictating his blessings and answers for the various queries and the boons that the devotees are asking in the Zoom chat, in the two-way video conferencing. So continuously, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is blessing each and every one of those who are sitting in the two-way video conferencing. So do not miss on this opportunity. Just register yourself at paramashivoham.org. It's absolutely free of cost. And register yourself for the Mahaparamashivoham program so that you can be benefited and you can receive your boons and you can receive the blessings and have your prayers answered by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Once again, please scan the QR code or just go over to paramashivoham.org and register yourself for the Mahaparamashivoham program. We'll now come together after a short break while you take this time to join and register for the Mahaparamashivoham and get your friends and family to the same.
And manifest the powers. Want to experience Kailasa? Hold my hand and come along with me. With me, sit with integrity and listen. And come along with me. I'll take you to Kailasa now.
This Mahaparamashivoham is like literally the ultimate journey in a most safest way. The principal cognitions we will be manifesting experientially. Each of the principal cognitions, the principal truths, the whole science of manifesting Paramashiva in you is presented as four major paths: Tariya Pada, Kriya Pada, Yoga Pada, Jnana Pada. The whole Hinduism is founded on these four words. Holding the cognition you are the ultimate Paramashiva and making that as your lifestyle, manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, everything of Paramashiva in your day-to-day life, learning it, manifesting it, living it, you will be having the space in the shoulder, and from sitting on the shoulders of Paramashiva, Guru himself, traveling to Mahakailasa and experiencing Paramashiva in ultimate, blissful, safest, bestest way. Understand, program starts but never ends, and it is never the same again. It is actually not a program, it's a lifestyle initiation. It is just upgrading your consciousness, your being. Bring intense sincerity, sincere intensity into this program. Instead of sitting with your depressions, sit with me, Paramashiva. I welcome all of you to register by going to paramashivoham.org. And even if you have attended already any program, please go through once more intensely, sincerely, intensely, because it is going to be absolutely new and different level. I commit with you all. I will initiate all of you, bless you all with the Shakti Pada, Shakti Nipada, and Paramashiva myself will manifest the state, space, powers, being, super consciousness and Kailasa of Paramashiva in all of us.
Some of the scientists and researchers who are studying the reflection have found the reference. What is out there is not just 4 dimension, at least 11 dimension. The methodology they used, algebraic topology, and the informations they have, they even tried to map it down on the brain of the rat and confirming many of the informations they have makes sense. Understand, microcosms, telescope and microscope is algebraic topology. Macrocosms, telescope and microscope together is penetrated by oneness. The moment it is initiated, if the third eye is penetrated by the oneness, it acts as telescope and microscope together for cosmos, Brahmanda, what is out there. So if you want to understand and manifest the powers, want to experience Kailasa, hold my hand and come along with me. It means sit with integrity and listen and come along with me. I'll take you to Kailash now.
This Mahaparamashivogam is like literally the ultimate journey in a most safest way. The principal cognitions we will be manifesting experientially. Each of the principal cognitions, the principal truths, the whole science of manifesting Paramashiva in you is presented as 4 major paths: Tariya Pada, Kriya Pada, Yoga Pada, Jnana Pada. The whole Hinduism is founded on these 4 words. Holding the cognition you are the ultimate Paramashiva and making that as your lifestyle, manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, everything of Paramashiva in your day-to-day life, learning it, manifesting it, living it. You will be having the space in the shoulder, and from sitting on the shoulders of Paramashiva, Guru himself, traveling to Mahakailasa and experiencing Paramashiva in ultimate, blissful, safest, bestest way. Understand, program starts but never ends, and it is never the same again. It is actually not a program, it's a lifestyle initiation. It is just upgrading your consciousness, your being. Bring intense sincerity, sincere intensity into this program. Instead of sitting with your depressions, sit with me, Paramashiva. I welcome all of you to register by going to paramashivogam.org. And even if you have attended already any program, please go through once more intensely, sincerely.
Nithyananda, everybody, welcome back. So I hope that each and every one of you took this opportunity to call your friends and family to register for the Mahaparamashivogam program that is going on currently, where you can receive the darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. In a very few minutes at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we are scheduled to have the darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, gracing us as the Tripurantaka Murti, Rishabhantika Murti, and Rishabharuda Murti, where we are going to be receiving the initiations into the Ashtamaha Shaktis. As we are looking at the various Shaktis and the various topics of manifesting Shaktis in our life, let us look at how all of this science of power manifestation is being legitimized by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism.
These Shaktis, these powers, originally revealed in the Vedas and Agamas, the source scriptures of Sanatana Hindu Dharma, the source scriptures of Hinduism, the source of cosmic laws itself, stand by their own independent authority as scriptural proofs or Shastra Pramana, which are verified by the enlightened experiences of the rishis and seers called as Apta Pramana. So these are the four pramanas. This is the way how the whole legitimacy of the power manifestation science or any higher truth given in the Vedas and Agamas is established, is legitimized by in the Hindu civilization itself. What is the proper way? This is the way of the four pramanas. The first pramana is the Shastra Pramana given in the scriptures itself. When the scriptures describe or state any truth or they talk about any particular power, it by its own authority becomes legitimized. It is the highest authority in the Hindu tradition, the Shastra Pramana. Followed by the Apta Pramana, when the great enlightened beings, rishis, munis, the various incarnations that have happened, when they personally experience those truths in their own lives, they give the testimony, yes, this is true, this actually works this way. That forms the second level of authority called the Apta Pramana. And the same truths which are now being revived in their original pure form by the living avatar, the living manifestation of Paramashiva, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, who is breathing a new life into these perfect sciences, the Shaktis, the science of power manifestation, through his own experiences. And his own experiences form the Atma Pramana for us. As he is the Guru, he is our Guru who is teaching, who is passing this science on to us. For us, his experiences become the Atma Pramana. So these are the three higher levels of Pramanas, the evidences for the legitimacy, for giving the legitimacy to the science of power manifestation. As the Jagat Guru, the universal spiritual master who is the embodiment of Paramashiva and Paramashiva Shakti, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is making many thousands across the globe experience and express and share these powers by a mere diksha, mere initiation, making the Shaktis a living experience for them. That is the Sakshi Pramana for the people who are initiated by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism.
And whenever this science of power manifestation goes through these four levels of verification or authentication, which is the Shastra Pramana, Apta Pramana, Atma Pramana, and Sakshi Pramana, the science becomes foolproof. The power manifestation science is foolproof. So you can be rest assured that, oh, will it work for me or not? Or, okay, that person was able to manifest the power. What is the guarantee that I wouldn't have a side effect by me following the same techniques as that person? Because especially in this world, in this current society, in this current timing, where we see so much of free content out there on the social media, on the live in mainstream media, YouTube, and all other so many different platforms. And we really don't know how much of this is authentic, how much of this is whether it might have worked for someone, but what is the guarantee that it's going to work for me? And even if it works for me, what is the guarantee that there are no other side effects that are going to come? Because a lot of these kind of, the powers and things can turn out to become hostile or holding you into some kind of powerlessness. So what is the guarantee and proof, and how can I be sure that I am only receiving the powerfulness from this? It is through the authentication of these Shaktis as described by Paramashiva in the Vedas and the Agamas. Especially whenever the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism initiates us into the powers, it is thoroughly acid washed through all these four different sciences. And now the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is also bridging the modern science with the spirituality, with these ancient sciences from Hinduism. We have already conducted over 60 plus various different kinds of medical researches and many more ongoing continuously to prove how this science of power manifestation can be mapped to the modern technology and the modern science as we are speaking right now. So you can be rest assured that whatever initiation that you would be receiving is not only foolproof but is also the best for you. So don't miss out this opportunity. Make sure that you log in and register into parameshvoham.org, where you can register yourself for the Mahaparameshvoham program that is ongoing currently and receive the darshan and the initiation of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism into manifesting these extraordinary Shaktis.
Yes. And one more important truth about these powers, these Shaktis, is that contrary to some of the beliefs which are there in the popular culture, for example, some of them are infused deliberately by the anti-Hindu forces, and some of them are just because of the confusion or misinformation among the Hindus themselves about the powers and the effects of these powers. Many of the times we hear about this narrative, this kind of a story that, this power should not be really practiced or manifested. They can withhold the enlightenment experience from us. They can stop the ultimate flowering of the ultimate experience of enlightenment in us. For them, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism shares a very important truth, that the science of power manifestation, which the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is reviving, is from Paramashiva himself, the ultimate superconsciousness, the creator. He revealed in Vedas and Agamas the science of power manifestation, and he says that these powers are Shaktis which happen from the state of enlightenment itself. And the more and more we practice this power manifestation science in our lives, the more and more we manifest powers, more we become grounded in the oneness experience, in the Paramadvaita experience, the enlightenment state. So it is not as what is commonly understood as siddhis or so-called psychic powers which may stop our enlightenment on our way to enlightenment. This is not those siddhis. This is Shaktis as revealed by Paramashiva himself. The science as revealed by Paramashiva himself is now being revived by his living manifestation, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, as it is, acid washed, as we said, by all the four pramanas, the Shastra Pramana, Apta Pramana, Atma Pramana, and the Sakshi Pramana of those who the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is initiating, and also making it available as the scientific evidence as Pratyaksha Pramana, giving one more level of legitimacy, the fifth level of legitimacy, that is the Pratyaksha Pramana, full-proofing the whole system of the Hindu power manifestation science and giving it the scientific as well as the spiritual legitimacy. And again stressing upon this point that this power manifestation science is in itself a spiritual practice and one of the most powerful catalysts for your spiritual growth. You may not even need to do any other spiritual practice. Just if you manifest powers day in and day out, you will get more and more grounded in the oneness experience. You will manifest more and more unclutching. You will manifest more and more completion, more and more of your powerlessness, the patterns of fear, powerlessness, greed, root patterns, whatever patterns you are experiencing in your day-to-day lives, you will start more and more completion happening with those patterns. And not just that, one very important thing which the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism also shares is that the science that he is reviving is not just about completion of your patterns. The moment any pattern which you are suffering with for a long time, the moment you experience completion with that pattern, the completion manifests itself as a power in you. So whatever pattern it is, if you are suffering from that, the moment you become complete, the moment you experience completion, you start manifesting the power related with that pattern. This is a very important truth, so that whatever people have to know, that whatever sufferings you may have in your life, it can be related to anything. It can be a physical ailment, a disease, or it can be something, a mental issue that you are facing. It can be even depression. It can be some addiction, some deep addiction which you're just not able to come out of. If you are suffering from any of these patterns, any of these root patterns, all of these can be completed, and not just completed, but turned into powers and become powerfulness in your being the moment you get initiated by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism into manifesting these powers.
So take this opportunity and time to register yourself for the Mahaparameshvoham program. Go over to parameshvoham.org and register yourself to receive the live darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. As I had mentioned earlier, you have a wonderful opportunity where you can ask your questions, you can ask your prayers, you can get your boons answered, blessed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, where you get a chance to chat and put your questions down and receive the direct replies from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism during the darshan that is going to be starting in just a few moments from now. So please ensure that you're reaching out to your friends, reach out to your family, reach out to as many people as possible, and join the Mahaparamashivaham program that is happening at this given point in time. So before we move to the next part of the session where we prepare ourselves to receive the darshan, please take this time, an opportunity to call your friends and family, as we are almost here nearing the time of the darshan. So please take a few minutes, make those phone calls. We'll be right back after a short break.
New and different level. I commit with you all. I will initiate all of you, bless you all with the Shakti Pada, Shakti Nipada, and Paramashiva myself will manifest the state, space, powers, being, super consciousness and Kailasa of Paramashiva in all of us.
Some of the scientists and researchers who are studying the reflection have found the reference. What is out there is not just 4 dimension, at least 11 dimension. The methodology they used, algebraic topology, and the informations they have, they even tried to map it down on the brain of the rat and confirming many of the informations they have make sense. Understand, microcosms, telescope and microscope is algebraic topology. Macrocosms, telescope and microscope together is penetrated by oneness. The moment it is initiated, if the third eye is penetrated by the oneness, it acts as telescope and microscope together for cosmos, Brahmanda, what is out there. So if you want to understand and manifest the powers, want to experience Kailasa, hold my hand and come along with me.
Hey everybody, welcome back. It's now time that each and every one of us prepare to enter to receive the darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. I request all the viewers who are seated with us from around the world, please sit straight with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. And let's chant the Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, to enter into a space of meditative receptivity, to have the darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism.
Nithyananda Ananta Sayena
Connecting with the divine with your eyes closed is meditation. Connecting with the divine with your eyes open is darshan. Come, let us all now move from meditation to darshan. Slowly, very slowly, please open your eyes.
Tripurantaka. This is the form in which he opened his three eyes. As Tripurantaka, he opened three eyes and burnt Tripurasuras, the three demons who had three worlds for themselves. He burnt all of them just to opening the third eye. So, his manifestation is Tripurantaka Murti. If you want to destroy negativity, invoke him. Invoke Tripurantaka Murti, he will destroy it.
மான்வரையிலும் வளர்ந்த ஜோதி ரூபனே, தேன் சுவை தரும் தமிழ் தலைவனே, மான்மகிழ்வினை ஏந்தி நிற்கும் ஐயனே, கைலாசம் தந்த நித்யானந்தனே, அகிலம் காப்பாய் திருவடியில் என் அருகில் இருப்பாய் அரை நொடியில், பிறையை சூடிய பெருமானே, என் பிழைகள் கலைத்து அருள்வாயே, கல்லும் கரைக்க சிறு புல்லும் முறைக்க சிவயாவும் திளைக்க சிவசூத்திரம் அளிக்கிறாய். மான்வரையிலும் வளர்ந்த ஜோதி ரூபனே, தேன் சுவை தரும் தமிழின் தலைவனே, மான்மகிழ்வினை ஏந்தி நிற்கும் ஐயனே, கைலாசம் தந்த நித்யானந்தனே. நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தனே. நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தனே. शिव शिव नमः शिव श्री रुद्र तांडव शिव पर शिव महेश्वर श्री काल काल ईश्वर. शिव शिव नमः शिव श्री रुद्र तांडव शिव पर शिव महेश्वर श्री काल काल ईश्वर. காலம் தாசு கைட்டினை வீச மார்கண்டேயனும் உன்னை கட்டி அணைக்கவே விரைந்து வந்தவா, உதிரம் கொட்டும் கண்களை மாற்ற வேட கண்களை எடுத்து உனக்கு பொறுத்திட மோட்சம் தந்தவா, அந்த மொத்த வாண்டிடும் அகண்ட ஜோதி ரூபனே, அடியாரி பக்தி ஏற்றிடும் எமையாளும் நித்யானந்தனே, மரியாய் விதியை சிவமாய் மாற்றிட உன் அருளால் இணையும் பதம் சேர்த்திட, அடியாய் முடியாய் மலையாய் நின்றிட உன் அடியார் அவர்க்கும் அடியோனாய் வந்தவா. நம சிவாய சிவ சிவாய நம சிவாய நம சிவாய शिव शिवाय नमः शिवाय. மான்வரையிலும் வளர்ந்த ஜோதி ரூபனே, தேன் சுவை தரும் தமிழின் தலைவனே, மான்மகிழ்வினை ஏந்தி நிற்கும் ஐயனே, கைலாசம் தந்த நித்யானந்தனே, அகிலம் காப்பாய் திருவடியில் என் அருகில் இருப்பாய் அரை நொடியில், பிறையை சூடிய பெருமானே, என் பிழைகள் கலைத்து அருள்வாயே, கல்லும் கரைக்க சிறு புல்லும் முறைக்க இவையாவும் திளைக்க சிவசூத்திரம் அளிக்கிறாய். மான்வரையிலும் வளர்ந்த ஜோதி ரூபனே, தேன் சுவை தரும் தமிழின் தலைவனே, மான்மகிழ்வினை ஏந்தி நிற்கும் ஐயனே, கைலாசம் தந்த நித்யானந்தனே. நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தனே. நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தனே. நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தமே நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தமே.
ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಪ್ರಾಣ ಕೊಡುವ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಪ್ರಾಣ ಕೊಡುವ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ 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 ಬೆಳಕು ಕೊಡುವ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ 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 ಬೆಳಕು ಕೊಡುವ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಬೆಳಕ ತೋಡಿ ಕತ್ತಲೆಯನ್ನು ತೊಲಗಿಸುವವ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಬೆಳಕ ತೋಡಿ ಕತ್ತಲೆಯನ್ನು ತೊಲಗಿಸುವವ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಬೆಳಕು ಕೊಡುವ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಬೆಳಕು ಕೊಡುವ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ. ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಮಳೆಯ ಕೊಡುವ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ 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 ಮಳೆಯ ಕೊಡುವ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಮಳೆಯಿಂದ ಬರದ ಕಷ್ಟ ನೀಗಿಸುವವ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಮಳೆಯಿಂದ ಬರದ ಕಷ್ಟ ನೀಗಿಸುವವ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ 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 ಫಲವ ಕೊಡುವ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ 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 ಫಲವ ಕೊಡುವ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಕರ್ಮ ಫಲದ ಅಪೇಕ್ಷೆಯನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದು ಹಾಕುವ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಕರ್ಮ ಫಲದ ಅಪೇಕ್ಷೆಯನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದು ಹಾಕುವ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಫಲವ ಕೊಡುವ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಫಲವ ಕೊಡುವ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ. ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಸತ್ಯ ಕೊಡುವ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ 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 ಸತ್ಯ ಕೊಡುವ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಸತ್ಯ ಅರಿತು ಪರಮಹಂಸನಾದೆ ನೀನು ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಸತ್ಯ ಅರಿತು ಪರಮಹಂಸನಾದೆ ನೀನು ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ 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 ವರವ ಕೊಡುವ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ 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 ವರವ ಕೊಡುವ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ವರವ ನೀವ ಕಲ್ಪವೃಕ್ಷವೇ ನೀನಾದೆ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ವರವ ನೀವ ಕಲ್ಪವೃಕ್ಷವೇ ನೀನಾದೆ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ 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 ದೀಕ್ಷೆ ಕೊಡುವ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ 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 ದೀಕ್ಷೆ ಕೊಡುವ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ದೀಕ್ಷೆಯಿಂದ ಪ್ರಜ್ಞೆಯನ್ನು ಮೇಲಕ್ಕೆತ್ತುವ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ದೀಕ್ಷೆಯಿಂದ ಪ್ರಜ್ಞೆಯನ್ನು ಮೇಲಕ್ಕೆತ್ತುವ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ದೀಕ್ಷೆ ಕೊಡುವ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ದೀಕ್ಷೆ ಕೊಡುವ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ. ಶಾಂತಿ ಕೊಡುವ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ.
The happening of our beloved Bhagavan, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, the ultimate manifestation of Paramashiva in our lives as our Guru or Master. Guru Purnima Brahmotsavam is celebrated all over Kailasa, the first nation for all Hindus. Today is the 6th day of the celebrations, and we celebrate the revival of the Advaita Sampradaya of Sanatana Hindu Dharma by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Advaita in Sanskrit means non-dualism. Advaita is a real experience that one can experience as oneness with Paramashiva. This Sampradaya's core is the personal realization of the truth of Advaita as one's reality. Today we are worshipping Shri Jnana Dakshinamurti, presiding deity of the Advaita Sampradaya, who is a form of Paramashiva, also known as Medha Dakshinamurti, and is a manifestation of Paramashiva as Guru. We worship and revere also today Sri Annamalai Swamigal, who served the great incarnation, Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi, personally. Annamalai Swamigal's main guidance in Swamiji's life was in the path of Advaita and self-inquiry. Utsava Vigraha of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Parameshivam, graces us here today as the reviver of the Advaita Sampradaya. The contributions of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism to the world in Advaita include many, including unclutching, living Advaita process, and his commentary on the Ashtavakra Gita. Let us now offer our sincere devotion and worship at the feet of Bhagavan Shri Jnana Dakshinamurti, Annamalai Swamigal, and our beloved Bhagavan, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Parameshivam, on the 6th-day celebrations of Guru Purnima Brahmotsavam, and seek their grace and blessings.
सहस्रदलपङ्कजे सकलशीलरश्मिप्रभम् वराभयकराम्बुजम् विमलगन्धपुष्पाम्बरम् प्रसन्नवदने क्षणम् सकलदेवतारूपिणम् स्मरेत् शिरसिहंसकम् तदभिमानपूर्वम् गुरुम् गुग्गुलोपेदम् सुगन्धम् च सुमनोहरम् आघ्रेय सर्वदेवानाम् धूपोऽयम् प्रतिगृह्यताम् श्री सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानन्द परमशिवाय नमः धूपम् आघ्रापयामि अथ दीपः ॐ साध्यम् त्रिवर्ति संयुक्तम् वह्निना योजितम् मया ग्रहाणमङ्गलम् दीपम् त्रैलोक्यतिविरामहम् श्री सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानन्द परमशिवाय नमः दीपम् सन्दर्शयामि अथ नैवेद्यम् ॐ अमृते अमृतोद्भवे अमृतवर्षिणि अमृतम् श्रावय श्रावय स्वाहा श्री सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानन्द परमशिवाय नमः अमृतम् महानैवेद्यम् निवेदयामि नैवेद्यानन्तरमाचरणम् समर्पयामि नीराजनम् हंस हंसाय विद्महे परमहंसाय धीमहि तन्नो हंस प्रचोदयात् हंस हंसाय विद्महे परमहंसाय धीमहि तन्नो हंस प्रचोदयात् श्री सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानन्द परमशिवाय नमः कर्पूर नीराजनम् सन्दर्शयामि रक्षाम् धारयामि षोणाद्रीशावताराय ज्योतिस्तम्भस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् तत्त्वज्ञानप्रदाताय नित्यानन्देश्वररूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् मूलप्रकृतिरूपाय परमशिवशक्तिस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् दण्डत्रिशूलहस्ताय कालकालस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् आदिपूज्याय देवाय सकृत्पूर्णत्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् सर्वाभयविनाशकाय शत्रुसंहाररूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् योगपट्टाभिषिक्ताय राजसन्न्यासधारिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् सर्वभयविनाशकाय शत्रुसंहाररूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् सार्वभौमैकमत्याय राजराजार्चिताय च श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् मङ्गलम् कल्पवृक्षाय मङ्गलम् ज्ञानदायिने परमशिवाय श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वराय मङ्गलम् मङ्गलम् श्रीविद्याम्बायै मङ्गलम् कामदायिन्ये सर्वमङ्गलदात्री नित्यानन्देश्वर्ये मङ्गलम् मङ्गलम् गुरुदेवाय मोक्षमूर्ताय मङ्गलम् परमावताराय नित्यानन्दाय गुरवे मङ्गलम् त्वम् स्मृतमहम् धन्य मम प्राणमहेश्वर गङ्गाधर नामेति स्तोत्रसारम् ददाम्यहम् हरि ओम् तत्सत् सर्वम् भगवत् श्री नित्यानन्द परमशिव पादुकार्पणमस्तु ओम् नित्यानन्दम्
ಬನ್ನಿರೋ ಬನ್ನಿರೋ ನೋಡಿ ಬನ್ನಿರೋ ನಿತ್ಯನ ಮಹಿಮೆಯನ್ನು ನೋಡಿ ಬನ್ನಿರೋ 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 ನೋಡಿ ಬನ್ನಿರೋ ನಿತ್ಯನ ಮಹಿಮೆಯನ್ನು ನೋಡಿ ಬನ್ನಿರೋ
ನಿನ್ನನೇ ನಂಬಿ ಬಂದರು ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ನೀನೇ ಎಂದರು ನಿನ್ನನೇ ನಂಬಿ ಬಂದರು ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ನೀನೇ ಎಂದರು ನಾನೇ ನೀನಾದರೂ ನೀನೇ ನಾನಾದರೂ ನಾನೇ ನೀನಾದರೂ ನೀನೇ ನಾನಾದರೂ ನೀನೇ ನೀನೇ ಎಂದೆನ್ನಬಹುದೇನು ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಿನ್ನನೇ ನಂಬಿ ಬಂದರು ನೀನೇ ನೀನೇ ಎಂದೆನ್ನಬಹುದೇನು ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಿನ್ನನೇ ನಂಬಿ ಬಂದರು ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ನೀನೇ ಎಂದರು ನಿನ್ನನೇ ನಂಬಿ ಬಂದರು ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ನೀನೇ ಎಂದರು ಜ್ಞಾನವ ಪಡೆಯದಿದ್ದರು ಜ್ಞಾನಿಯ ನಂಬಿದ್ದರು ಜ್ಞಾನವ ಪಡೆಯದಿದ್ದರು ಜ್ಞಾನಿಯ ನಂಬಿದ್ದರು ಸತ್ಯವನರಿಯ ಬಂದಿದ್ದರು ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಮಿಥ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಎನ್ನ ನೂಕಬಹುದೇನು ಸತ್ಯವನರಿಯ ಬಂದಿದ್ದರು ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಮಿಥ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಎನ್ನ ನೂಕಬಹುದೇನು ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಿನ್ನನೇ ನಂಬಿ ಬಂದರು ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ನೀನೇ ಎಂದರು ನಿನ್ನನೇ ನಂಬಿ ಬಂದರು ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ನೀನೇ ಎಂದರು
Every person has over 105 million cells in their eyes. These cells collect light signals and send them to our brains.
ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಅನಂತ ಶಯನ ಅನಂತ ರೂಪ ಮಮ ಗುರುನಾಥ ಮುಂದೆ
Three worlds for themselves. He burnt all of them just through opening the third eye. So, this manifestation is Tripurantaka-murti. If you want to destroy negativity, invoke him. Invoke Tripurantaka-murti, he will destroy it.
வான்வரையிலும் வளர்ந்த ஜோதி ரூபனே தேன் சுவை தரும் தமிழ் தலைவனே மான்மழுவினை ஏந்தி நிற்கும் ஐயனே கைலாசம் தந்த நித்யானந்தனே
ಬನ್ನಿರೋ ಬನ್ನಿರೋ ನೋಡಿ ಬನ್ನಿರೋ ನಿತ್ಯನ ಮಹಿಮೆಯನ್ನು ನೋಡಿ ಬನ್ನಿರೋ
ಕರುಣೆ ತೋರಲು ನಿಂತಿಹನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕರುಣೆ ತೋರಲು ನಿಂತಿಹನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದರಾಗಿ ಬಂದು ಶಾಂತಿ ಪಡೆಗಿರೋ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದರಾಗಿ ಬಂದು ಶಾಂತಿ ಪಡೆಗಿರೋ
ಬನ್ನಿರೋ ಬನ್ನಿರೋ ನೋಡಿ ಬನ್ನಿರೋ ನಿತ್ಯನ ಮಹಿಮೆಯನ್ನು ನೋಡಿ ಬನ್ನಿರೋ 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 ನೋಡಿ ಬನ್ನಿರೋ ನಿತ್ಯನ ಮಹಿಮೆಯನ್ನು ನೋಡಿ ಬನ್ನಿರೋ
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಒಂದು ಆಲದ ಮರವು ಬಿಡದಿಯ ಬಳಿ ನಿತ್ಯ ಪುರಿಯೋ ಬಿಡದಿಯ ಬಳಿ ನಿತ್ಯ ಪುರಿಯೋ
ಬನ್ನಿರೋ ಬನ್ನಿರೋ ನೋಡಿ ಬನ್ನಿರೋ ನಿತ್ಯನ ಮಹಿಮೆಯನ್ನು ನೋಡಿ ಬನ್ನಿರೋ 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 ನೋಡಿ ಬನ್ನಿರೋ ನಿತ್ಯನ ಮಹಿಮೆಯನ್ನು ನೋಡಿ ಬನ್ನಿರೋ
ನಿನ್ನನೇ ನಂಬಿ ಬಂದರು
Vrishabharudha-murti, Vrishabhantika-murti. I bless you all into Paramashivatva, leadership consciousness. I awaken the cosmic vision of Maha Kailasa in you all. I'll open the third eye, Maha Kailasa, Dvata Shanta, in you all now. Take the Atmalinga, keep it in your palms, see through your three eyes, my three eyes. Through your third eye, look at my third eye. Not only I will open your third eye, I will give you the experience of Maha Kailasa. I will open Maha Kailasa for all of you. Now, keep the Atmalinga in your hand, in your palms. Atmalinga will stand and you will see Maha Kailasa. Both will happen right now. You will all manifest power over silicon. Oh.
ನಿನ್ನನೇ ನಂಬಿ ಬಂದರು ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಎಂದರು ನಿನ್ನನೇ ನಂಬಿ ಬಂದರು. ನಿನೆ ನಿನೆ ಎಂದೆನ್ನ ಬಹುದೇನು ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಿನ್ನನೇ ನಂಬಿ ಬಂದರು. ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ನೀನೇ ಎಂದರು. ನಿನ್ನನೇ ನಂಬಿ ಬಂದರು. ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ನೀನೇ ಎಂದರು. ಜ್ಞಾನವ ಪಡೆಯದಿದ್ದರು ಜ್ಞಾನಿಯ ನಂಬಿದ್ದರು. ಜ್ಞಾನವ ಪಡೆಯದಿದ್ದರು ಜ್ಞಾನಿಯ ನಂಬಿದ್ದರು. ಸತ್ಯವನರಿಯ ಬಂದಿದ್ದರು ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಮಿಥ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಎನ್ನ ನೂಕಬಹುದೇನು. ಸತ್ಯವನರಿಯ ಬಂದಿದ್ದರು ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಮಿಥ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಎನ್ನ ನೂಕಬಹುದೇನು. ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಿನ್ನನೇ ನಂಬಿ ಬಂದರು. ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ನೀನೇ ಎಂದರು. ನಿನ್ನನೇ ನಂಬಿ ಬಂದರು. ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ನೀನೇ ಎಂದರು. ಎಂದಿಗೂ ನಾ ಗೆಲ್ಲದಿದ್ದರೂ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗೆದ್ದವನಾದ ನಿನ್ನ. ಎಂದಿಗೂ ನಾ ಗೆಲ್ಲದಿದ್ದರೂ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗೆದ್ದವನಾದ ನಿನ್ನ. ದಾಸಿಯೇ ನಾನಾಗಿದ್ದರೂ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ದಾನವರಿಗೆನ್ನ ಒಪ್ಪಿಸಬಹುದೇನು. ದಾಸಿಯೇ ನಾನಾಗಿದ್ದರೂ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ದಾನವರಿಗೆನ್ನ ಒಪ್ಪಿಸಬಹುದೇನು. ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಿನ್ನನೇ ನಂಬಿ ಬಂದರು. ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ನೀನೇ ಎಂದರು. ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಿನ್ನನೇ ನಂಬಿ ಬಂದರು. ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ನೀನೇ ಎಂದರು. ಹರಿಯದವರು ಅರಿತಂತಿದ್ದರು. ಹರಿಯದವರು ಅರಿತಂತಿದ್ದರು. ಅರಿತವರು ಅರಿಯದಂತಿದ್ದರು. ಅರಿತವರು ಅರಿಯದಂತಿದ್ದರು. ಇದೆಲ್ಲವರ ಅರಿವು ನಿನಗಿದ್ದರು. ನಿತ್ಯ ಇದೆಲ್ಲವರ ಅರಿವು ನಿನಗಿದ್ದರು. ಅರಿಯದವನಂತೆ ನೀ ಸುಮ್ಮನಿರಬಹುದೇನು. ನಿನ್ನನೇ ನಂಬಿ ಬಂದರು. ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ನೀನೇ ಎಂದರು. ನಿನ್ನನೇ ನಂಬಿ ಬಂದರು. ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ನೀನೇ ಎಂದರು. ಭಕ್ತಿಯೇ ಮೇಲೆಂದರು ಮುಕ್ತಿಯೇ ಸಖ್ಯವೆಂದರು. ಭಕ್ತಿಯೇ ಮೇಲೆಂದರು ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ನೀನೇ ಎಂದರು. ನಿನ್ನನೇ ನಂಬಿ ಬಂದರು ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ನೀನೇ ಎಂದರು.
நினைவெல்லாம் நித்யானந்தம், நினைவெல்லாம் நித்யானந்தம், நித்யா நினைவெல்லாம் நித்யானந்தம். உன்னை எண்ணிடும் போதெல்லாம் பேரானந்தம், எண்ணிடும் போதெல்லாம் பேரானந்தம். நித்யானந்தா 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 நித்யானந்தா, நினைவெல்லாம் நித்யானந்தம். தாங்கிடும் தாயாகி வந்தாய் ஐயா, தானெனும் அகங்காரம் துடைத்தாய் ஐயா. நித்யனந்தனே நித்யானந்தா சத்யவேந்தனே நித்யானந்தா, நித்யனந்தனே நித்யானந்தா சத்யவேந்தனே நித்யானந்தா. தாங்கிடும் தாயாகி வந்தாய் ஐயா, தானெனும் அகங்காரம் துடைத்தாய் ஐயா. எங்கிடும் உயிர்க்கெல்லாம் இதம் தரும் தூயவனே, எங்கிடும் உயிர்க்கெல்லாம் இதம் தரும் தூயவனே. உங்கிடும் நலம் கூட்ட வந்தாய் ஐயா, நல்ல ஒளிதனை வாழ்க்கையிலே தந்தாய் ஐயா. நித்யனந்தனே நித்யானந்தா சத்யவேந்தனே நித்யானந்தா, நித்யனந்தனே நித்யானந்தா சத்யவேந்தனே நித்யானந்தா. நினைவெல்லாம் நித்யானந்தம், நித்யா நினைவெல்லாம் நித்யானந்தம். தவறேதும் நான் செய்யும் போதினிலே, தந்தை போல் தடுத்தாலும் உனதருளே. நித்யனந்தனே நித்யானந்தா சத்யவேந்தனே நித்யானந்தா, நித்யனந்தனே நித்யானந்தா சத்யவேந்தனே நித்யானந்தா. தவறேதும் நான் செய்யும் போதினிலே, தந்தை போல் தடுத்தாலும் உனதருளே. கவலைகள் எமக்கில்லை காப்பது நின் கடனே, கவலைகள் எமக்கில்லை காப்பதும் நின் கடனே. பவவினை உமை கண்டு ஓடுமையா, நல்ல பலன் யாவும் எமை வந்து சேருமையா. நித்யனந்தனே நித்யானந்தா சத்யவேந்தனே நித்யானந்தா, நித்யனந்தனே நித்யானந்தா சத்யவேந்தனே நித்யானந்தா. நினைவெல்லாம் நித்யானந்தம், நினைவெல்லாம் நித்யானந்தம், நித்யா நினைவெல்லாம் நித்யானந்தம். உன்னை எண்ணிடும் போதெல்லாம் பேரானந்தம்,
नित्यानन्द दीनोद्धरण नित्यानन्द दिव्यस्वरूप नित्यानन्द ज्ञानप्रदाता नित्यानन्द जीवन्मुक्तिदाता नित्यानन्द देवादिदेव नित्यानन्द शरणु शरणु श्री नित्यानन्द ध्यानस्वरूप नित्यानन्द धन्वन्तरये नित्यानन्द दीनोद्धरण नित्यानन्द दिव्यस्वरूप नित्यानन्द ज्ञानप्रदाता नित्यानन्द जीवन्मुक्तिदाता नित्यानन्द देवादिदेव नित्यानन्द शरणु शरणु श्री नित्यानन्द धूलिदर्शनं दुःखनाशनं 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 पाददर्शनं पापनाशनं 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 ललाटदर्शनं दरिद्रनाशनं 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 आनन्ददर्शनं कैलाससाधनं 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 धूलिदर्शनं दुःखनाशनं पाददर्शनं पापनाशनं ललाटदर्शनं दरिद्रनाशनं आनन्ददर्शनं कैलाससाधनं नित्यपुरेश नित्यानन्द आनन्दगन्धवास नित्यानन्द नित्यपुरेश नित्यानन्द आनन्दगन्धवास नित्यानन्द सच्चिदानन्द नित्यानन्द चिन्मयरूप नित्यानन्द चैतन्यरूप नित्यानन्द अद्वैतरूप नित्यानन्द नित्यपुरेश नित्यानन्द आनन्दगन्धवास नित्यानन्द आनन्दगन्धवास नित्यानन्द आनन्दगन्धवास नित्यानन्द
ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் செய்த தவமோ உற்ற நண்பனாய் நித்யானந்தனும் வந்து உதித்தான் ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் செய்த தவமோ உற்ற நண்பனாய் நித்யானந்தனும் வந்து உதித்தான் காக்கும் இறையே நட்டின் உருவாய் வந்த களிப்பால் கட்டு கடங்கா மகிழ்வு கொண்டே மலை போல் வரும் துயர் யாவையும் நொடிப்போதினில் பொடியாக்கிட புயலாய் வருவான் துணையென வருவான் ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் செய்த தவமோ உற்ற நண்பனாய் நித்யானந்தனும் வந்து உதித்தான் உடல் மாய்க்கும் நோய் வந்த போதும் உயிர் காக்கும் மருந்தாகி நின்றிடுவான் மனம் காட்டும் இடர்கள் தீர இதம் சேர்க்கும் வார்த்தைகளை அவன் பேசிடுவான் தலை தூக்கிடும் கருவங்களை தடம் மாற்றிட வெடிப்பான் பின் கருணை மழையாய் பொழிவான் தினம் கருணை மழையாய் பொழிவான் பின் கருணை மழையாய் பொழிவான் தினம் கருணை மழையாய் பொழிவான் ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் செய்த தவமோ உற்ற நண்பனாய் நித்யானந்தன் வந்து உதித்தான் பகை கொண்டு எந்த மகிழ்வை தளர்த்திடச் செய்வான் நித்தின் மகிழ்வை தளர்த்திடச் செய்வான் எந்த மகிழ்வை தளர்த்திடச் செய்வான் நித்தின் மகிழ்வை தளர்த்திடச் செய்வான் ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் செய்த தவமோ உற்ற நண்பனாய் நித்யானந்தன் வந்து உதித்தான் வந்து உதித்தான். அவன் கருணை மழையில் நாமும் இரையாய் மாறக்கூடும். சரணம் அடைந்தால் அருள்வான் அவன் சரணம் அடைந்தால் அருள்வான் சரணம் அடைந்தால் அருள்வான் அவன் சரணம் அடைந்தால் அருள்வான். ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் செய்த தவமோ உற்ற நண்பனாய் நித்யானந்தன் வந்து உதித்தான் வந்து உதித்தான். ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் செய்த தவமோ உற்ற நண்பனாய் நித்யானந்தன் வந்து உதித்தான் வந்து உதித்தான். காக்கும் இறையே நட்பின் உருவாய் வந்த களிப்பால் கட்டு கடங்கா மகிழ்வு கொண்டேன் மகிழ்வு கொண்டேன். காக்கும் இறையே நட்பின் உருவாய் வந்த களிப்பால் கட்டு கடங்கா மகிழ்வு கொண்டேன் மகிழ்வு கொண்டேன். மலை போல் வரும் துயர் யாவையும் நொடி போதினில் பொடியாக்கிட புயலாய் வருவான் துணையென வருவான். ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் செய்த தவமோ உற்ற நண்பனாய் நித்யானந்தன் வந்து உதித்தான் வந்து உதித்தான். ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் ஜென்ம ஜென்மமாய் நித்யானந்தா.
நித்யானந்தன் கல்பதரு தரிசனம் வேங்கை மனம் தன்னை கட்டுள் வைத்து பெரும் வெற்றி வாழ்வதனை தந்துவிடும் குரு நித்யானந்தன் கல்பதரு தரிசனம் வேங்கை மனம் தன்னை கட்டுள் வைத்து பெரும் வெற்றி வாழ்வதனை தந்துவிடும் குரு நித்யானந்தன் கல்பதரு தரிசனம் குரு நித்யானந்தன் கல்பதரு தரிசனம் सूक्ष्मस्वरूपा शक्तिप्रदायका कर्मविनाशन नित्यानन्दा सूक्ष्मस्वरूपा शक्तिप्रदायका कर्मविनाशन नित्यानन्दा नित्यपुरीश्वर नित्यानन्दा आनन्देश्वर नित्यानन्दा नित्यपुरीश्वर नित्यानन्दा आनन्देश्वर नित्यानन्दा
नित्यानन्द अनन्तशयन अनन्तरूपा मम गुरुनाथ नित्यानन्द अनन्तशयन अनन्तरूपा मम गुरुनाथ प्रणवस्वरूपा नित्यनारायण
नित्यानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्याधिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. Nithyananda, I welcome all of you for this power manifestation session where we are going to be manifesting the powers of Paramashiva through us. That was such a beautiful darshan and a powerful darshan that we all just received from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in the Mahaparamashivoham program. If you are watching us on the YouTube and the Facebook, you will be able to manifest these powers now. Today we are going to be manifesting one of the Ashtamahashaktis, where all of you are going to get the opportunity to manifest these powers. So I request all of you to be seated in front of the screen for the power manifestation. Just be seated in front of the screen. Just sit in a comfortable posture. You can sit in Padmasana if you can, with your legs crossed, either on a chair or on the ground. Just
नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम्.
So we are now going to be beginning the power manifestation session. In the same oneness that we are now established with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, let us begin the power manifestation. Get ready to manifest the power. Today we are going to be manifesting the power of Mahima, which is the increasing of the height. So I request all of you to get either a measuring tape or any instrument that you can measure your height with. So you're going to be increasing the height of yourself today. So this is a very beautiful opportunity to manifest this power after the powerful initiation that we have all just received from Swamiji. So I request all of you to get anything that can be measuring tape or any other measuring instrument, or also you can go against the wall and you can just measure your height with the wall also. That would be also a good way to measure your height. If you want to measure with the measuring tape, you can measure with the measuring tape. So you can go against the wall now and measure your height. This is one of the Ashtamahashaktis, one of the 8 special powers, the great powers, where you might have seen various different siddhas and various different places where all of these powers have been manifested. If you see in the Hindu history, in the Puranas, Lord Hanuman and so many other power manifestors have manifested this power of height increasing. You can see so many places this power has already been manifested. So the same power Swamiji has given us today to manifest. So we all will be able to manifest this power of the Mahima today. There are 8 different powers: Anima, Mahima, Lahima. There are so many different powers, but today we are going to be manifesting this one power. So we are going to manifest 2 rounds of it. So I'm just waiting for all of you to measure your height and be seated. And if you have anything that you want to ask, if you have any doubts or any questions, you can put it in the YouTube or the Facebook comments, and I'll be responding to them. Once you have measured your height, we'll be beginning. I give you 1 more minute to finish measuring your height and be seated. It's best actually if you take a photo of you manifesting this. You can take a photo of you measuring first, and then we can compare the first initial readings and the final readings and see how much is the difference that you have manifested in your height. So first you're going to be measuring your height, that's the first step. And the next step is manifesting the power. And then after that, we are going to be again remeasuring the height to verify how much we have manifested. Let us now sit straight with your head, neck and spine in a straight line to begin the power manifestation. If you're still measuring your height, I request all of you to quickly come back and be seated to manifest the power. Sit in any comfortable position. The best posture which is recommended would be to sit in Padmasana and to keep your hands in the Samana Mudra. If you do not know what the Samana Mudra is, you can keep your hands like this and sit on, you can just keep your hands on your feet. Yes, I think there was a technical glitch. Yes, now we can continue. Close your eyes. Visualize the darshan that we just received of the Tripurantaka Murti. Visualize the form.
ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಅನಂತ ಶಯನ ಅನಂತ ರೂಪ ಮಮ
Gently chant the Mahavakya from the core of your being. Intensely, let us begin the chanting of the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Continue to chant the Mahavakya along with the flame which is being played. The Mahavakya, chant along with it. Be intense. Let your whole being vibrate with the Mahavakya. Now, just request Swamiji in your third eye. Swamiji, please increase the height of my body by this many centimeters or this many inches, how much ever that you wish for. With the intention to manifest this power of the height increase, chant the Mahavakya. You can declare for any amount of the height that you want to increase. And once you do the power manifestation, we are going to be verifying of how much has been increased. You have 1 more minute to manifest the power. So let us intensely chant the Mahavakya and take this opportunity to manifest the powers of Paramashiva with the grace and blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And also please feel free to comment anything that you feel, anything that you want, please comment. Any doubts or any questions that you have regarding the power manifestation, you can please comment on the Facebook and the YouTube, and I'll be answering your comments. We have a few more seconds for the power manifestation. We're going to be doing 1 more round after this. Yes. Now you can relax. And yes, now we have manifested the power. So I request all of you to go back to the place that you measured your height in. If you measured your height against the wall, you can go and do the same thing. Make sure to do the same exact thing that you did initially to measure your height. However, you measured the height initially. Make sure that you are doing the same exact thing, the same exact way of measurement. Errors while measuring. If you use the measuring tape, you can use the measuring tape again, or if you use the wall, you can use the wall. Do the exact same way of the measurement. We'll be continuing with the second round in a few moments. And also make sure to take photos of yourself manifesting these powers. Please make sure to take photos, and we'll be moving on to the next round now. So please come back and be seated. As we have already measured the height initially, you do not have to measure your height again. So now we have already measured our height, so we can come back and be seated for the second round, which is going to begin now. Sit down in a comfortable position. Close your eyes. Visualize Swamiji, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, in your third eye. The darshan that we just now received, you can visualize that form of Swamiji in your third eye. Close your eyes and intensely chant the Mahavakya with the intention of manifesting the height increase, of how much ever you want to increase the height of yourself with. You can chant the Mahavakya and keep this as the intention inside you to manifest the height increase. Let us now start chanting the Mahavakya in an inner space, or you can chant it aloud. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Chant it from the core of your being. Your whole being vibrates with the Mahavakya while you're chanting. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Paramashivoham. Just manifest the power for another minute. Yes. Now you can relax and go back and measure our height. We have manifested the power for the second round. And once you measure your height, kindly please let us know in the comments if you have manifested the power and how much height you have increased of yourself. You can also take the photos of yourself and post it on the Facebook and all the other social media platforms. Make sure to tag the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, the Facebook page, while you're making the post on the social media. Now first let us go and measure our height for the second time. Actually the third time. The first one was the initial measurement, then the second one was after manifestation of the first round. And just as the third time where we are manifesting the power and measuring our height for the third time. So let us measure the height and you can share the difference of the manifestation that has happened with your height on the social media once you have measured your height. So please make sure that you are measuring your height. This is the power of the Mahima, the increasing of your height or anything, or height of anything. So now as you have manifested this power, this is not just to manifest it on yourself, you can manifest it on anything that you want. You can just take this power manifestation as a play and go on manifesting this power again and again. This is not just to show that you can manifest something like this in your life of increasing your height or decreasing your height. It is more than that. It is manifesting Paramashiva, Swamiji himself in your body, in your life. So this power manifestation can be used in any aspect of your life to manifest anything that you want also. So go on manifesting these powers and keep playing with these powers to manifest them more and more. So now you can measure your height, and if you have finished measuring your height, you can go onto the Facebook and share your experience on the Facebook page. You can go and post your experience and use the hashtag while sharing your experience. Yes, the hashtags are being projected on the screen. You can use the hashtag Kailasa, hashtag Nithyananda, hashtag Power Manifestation, and also the hashtag Mahaparamashivyoham. We have just now received the darshan as part of the Mahaparamashivyoham program. So you can use the hashtag Mahaparamashivyoham as well. Use these hashtags to post your experience and also tag the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Kailasas, SPH, JGM Nithyananda Paramashivam. That is the Facebook page you can tag. Please go ahead and tag this Facebook page while you're making your post on the social media. You can make short videos or videos of you manifesting these powers, or you can also post photos of you manifesting these powers on the Facebook. And yes, if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the Facebook comments or on the YouTube comments if you're watching us on either of the platforms. With this, we come to the end of today's power manifestation session. We are going to be moving on to the next session, that we are going to be manifesting the Prathama Vinyasa Krama and the Dvitiya Vinyasa Krama. Actually, the Prathama Vinyasa Krama, which is the 108th asana. We will not be doing the Dvitiya Vinyasa Krama right now. So get ready for the yoga. Yes, with this we finish the session with the Purna Mantra. Let us sit straight with your head, neck and spine in a straight. Sit straight with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Keep your hands in the Anjali Mudra. If you are still posting your experience, you can continue this after finishing the session. Now please join us while finishing the session with the Purna Mantra. Keep your hands in the Anjali Mudra. Close your eyes. Offer the gratitude to Swamiji for giving us all this beautiful experience of the power manifestation. Let us finish with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Tat. Sarvam Bhagavat Sri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu. Nithyanandam. Thank you, Nithyananda.